we've got a surprisingly fun NFC West matchup as the Arizona Cardinals take on Matt Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. And Ryan, I remember when we were doing our season prediction and we were going through all the games. This was one like we just kind of like threw off whatever, it's like one of these teams will win a game and then the other one will pick sooner in the draft. And I still am going to go with my pick from that season prediction, but I'm highly more excited for this game than initially anticipated. Cardinals have competed in every single football game against some of the top-notch teams in the league. They should have honestly swept the NFC East so far in their games. They almost beat the Commanders week 1, should have beat the Giants in week 2. Everyone was rooting for them and proud that they beat the Cowboys in week 3. And then they had a hard-fought game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Who they play in week 4? The Niners. And then the Niners, they're just going to kick the
They're just too good. Yeah.
And the Rams have also had a
game within one score, though, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they came back. I think they scored two times and started.
Yeah, it was like 21-16 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then the Rams on the other half are actually looking like a legitimate playoff team. It's something that was completely unexpected. The rise of Puka Nacua and also having Tutu Atwell really skyrocket. And then Kyron Williams has been a nice surprise out of the backfield, getting good offensive push. Steve Avila seems to be a great first pick for the team, which they took him in the second round. So now having Cooper Kupp back, things are definitely on the rise, I would say, for the Los Angeles Rams. What are your overall expectations for this game for both teams, and what does each team have to do to pull out victorious?
So one of these things that I think both these teams have in common is they've both been in close games pretty much all throughout the season so far. So that leads me to believe that this game will be decided by one score. For me, I think the Cardinals have to continue to try and find big plays where available. Every time we see them, whether it's Michael Wilson catching a long pass against the Cowboys or it's Rondale Moore doing a fake reverse against the Bengals, they're just finding ways to get chunk yardage and put points on the board. They might not always be punching it in for a touchdown, but they're getting points on the board. And the Rams, to me, are still kind of in that like early season phase where they're still trying to find their identity, especially now that you throw Cooper Kupp in the mix and he's going to be this target monster. But this offensive line for the Rams still isn't that great. It's a lot better than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and put that out there. But for me, I think they're going to want to spread this Cardinals defense out and have Matt Stafford just hit the timing throws in the holes in the defense. And that for me, I think will be kind of the kryptonite of the Arizona Cardinals here. So
it's Cardinals. I love rooting for them. It's the same way I kind of feel about the Lions team a couple years ago in Dan Campbell's first season when they went like 1-15, where you just see how hard they're playing. They're competing in every single game. It really is. It's almost like it's a team full of guys who are on 1-year contracts trying to get just trying to re-sign. Yeah. And they're great games to watch. Love seeing that passion, especially too after we just talked about your Patriots game. We just did that preview. Be sure to go check that video out because Ryan just absolutely bashed and sulked and sorrowed, and I kind of joined along him. I kind of joined along with him because it's just sad to see a team like kind of give up, and you don't see that with the Cardinals. Definitely don't see that with the Rams. This Rams team is legit. Love seeing Puka Nacua come out and have just a stellar rookie season so far. Tutu Atwell has been has really taken steps forward, and Cooper Kupp is now back. So you have that three-headed monster. And the Rams actually, as of today, traded Van Jefferson to the Falcons for a couple of late-round picks in 2025 because they didn't really need him at all because now Puka's there. And then they have Betts Skowronek as backup receiver, and then Tyler Higbee is still your solid tight end. So that's where, to me, just kind of looking at it, I'm leaning towards the Rams in this one.
I am too.
Even though it's at home, it's weird. I mean, I don't know how well the Cardinals fan base travels, but the Rams fan base, they don't even travel to home games, it seems. So, but it's still at home. I also think just that they're the better team. I love Sean McVay and the way that he gets his team to play. I think he's one of the great offensive minds as well. Then it's hard not to root for Matt Stafford, honestly, too, than his journey. So I think the Rams are going to win this one. I will say I think it's going to be more than a one-score game. I do think the Rams are going to pull away in the second half. I feel like it's actually going to be like a 31-17 type victory.
Okay. I'm going with the Rams, too. I was going to say 27-21.
That's fair.
Rams get a couple more field goals, I think. But I've been really impressed with the Cardinals so far. So I think this is going to be a close matchup. But we're both going with the Rams. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to come out ahead in this NFC West matchup. Is it going to be the Arizona Cardinals? Is it going to be the Los Angeles Rams? Other than that, we will see you guys next time.